Hello. There we go. Everyone should be able to. Hello, interweb. Welcome to Heavyweight Gaming. We play lots and lots of tabletop games tonight. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. Dungeons and Dragons. No one. No. Dungeons and Dragons. There we go. And our campaign is called Fables Among Titans. This is session 25. Goddamn, one more, and we are 6 months in, kids. Yes. So, first of all, social media. If you've heard of it, you can find us on it. Sponsors. If you go and look at Loke battle mats, you will see some incredible map work. They do a big book of maps, A3, A4 and A5 I think. They all flip out and you can put them on your table. Instantly you have terrain, castles, forests, tundras, etc. to play in. They're really cool. Some of their artwork for their just terrain is great, and I use it a lot. I use the digital versions because I use things like Roll20. So you can get the digital versions of everything you buy. If you go to Drive-Thru RPG, you can get free ones, you can get pay what you want ones, and you can pay a few quid for a few more. But yeah, they've got Taverns and Towns coming out very shortly, which again is going to be fabulous. So I'm looking forward to that. Coyote Grey is a little chibi artist, well, probably just an artist who does chibis. And I use his tokens on Roll20 a lot because I love chibis and they're amazing and beautiful and I want more of them. So they're now sponsoring the show, so that is amazing. Go check them out on the old Twitter. And they sell their stuff on Roll20, which you can download and then use the tokens elsewhere if you so wish. Ashana is an incredible glass crafter from across the big water. We just jumped up 7 viewers on my country. That freaked me out when the numbers went to double digits. If you go across the big water, or just go to Twitch, you'll see Ashana streaming. I don't know, is Ashana streaming? Have you logged on?
It is indeed.
Cool. So you can check out Ashana. She'll be doing some sort of glass figurine for the evening. And we will raid her at the end of this. So cool. And I'll be nudging her, what day are we on? Thursday. About sending some stuff over. Some little glass figurines. And Ruffworx Creative, who has been a sponsor of my life basically, and then I dragged him into Twitch. So if you go to Ruffworx Creative on Facebook and check out their photo album, you will see some really talented woodwork and leatherwork, all handmade with blood, sweat and tears. Some of them mine. That's all the sponsors. We've done the social media. If you want to throw a reroll at this lot, it will cost you 200 bits. They can have 5 rerolls. Just like that, Dwarf Warrior. I think you might need this already. He knows. So
he's not incorrect.
That is pretty accurate.
If they can hold 5 rerolls at any one time, they can't carry them over to the next session, so they've got to use them this time. They can't use them on my rerolls, or on my normal rolls. They can only use them for themselves. Thank you very much, Dwarf Warrior. We got a Patreon page, and it is amazing. Because you get a 5th edition e-magazine or e-zine full. So we play in the world of Colossus. We've written so much lore about it. There is currently over 200 pages available of lore, feats, spells, adventures, NPCs, everything about our world as we continue to build it. And you get 2 seconds. Bex?
What?
Can you not have that on? No, that's right. Professionalism by the wife. She's glaring at me. I might get stabbed. So you can go check out Arcane Script. It's cool. I'm so proud of it. It is probably one of the other than my kids, it's one of my proudest things in my life. But yeah, it's really good. It's really good. So go check that out if you can. The first issue is free, so feel free to download it, have a look, and if you want more, give us your money, and I'll spend it on the show, channel, etc.
It's gravy time.
Yeah, it's gravy time. At Hori B. Well, thank you for the follow. Yeah, so that's Patreon, 200 bits, sponsors, social media. Syrinscape is it's been around a while now, but it is quality. We use it for all our background music. You should hear it throughout the show. If it's too loud, let me know. If you can't hear it, let me know, and I'll try and adjust it as we go through the session. But yes, so thank you for Syrinscape. No sponsor, they're just really cool. But if they want to sponsor us, I shall allow it. What else we got? Is that it? We done? Oh, we got loads of other sponsors of just the channel in general, which links will go throughout. Bardic Inspiration, Sawdust Swearwords, other people. Yeah, cool. Right, let's get on with this.
Good job.
I'm all over it. I've had a long day.
Flawless.
I've had a long
Flawless performance.
Welcome to the show. Right, so let's have a little recap. This bunch of lunatics. Let me get some beautiful music on in the background. Oh, that's going to be loud. Is it? Oh, Jesus. This is not... Right. Right, when you watch this back, you'll understand why that first bit was a little bit mature audience. So, this lot are in the realm of souls. They've gone to the realm of souls to retrieve a soul. This soul belongs to a archfey guardian known as Kalain the Lancelord, who fell in a battle in the Copper Forest. Currently, his physical being is under protection from the Jesuit, the almost part-time owner of the Copper Forest. This lot have gone to the realm of souls to retrieve Kalain's soul. Whilst being there, it's been noted by many of everyone else that they're not dead, and therefore the living presence should not be there in the realm. The guardians, keepers, protectors, administrators of the realm of souls are giving them opportunity to leave. When they push through that opportunity, things are happening on the River of Light, the sands of remembrance. It's all kicking off. You've all experienced some sort of past, present, future vision. You've all experienced emotional levels. You have currently reached the bridges. Back to my notes already. Oh, that's... There we go. You currently reached the first bridge that was across the ice. Rek, a friend of Xandria and Caspion's, has explained multiple times that the cost for you being here will be high. You push through, you push across the bridge, and you face Archie, a loved one of Orion. You push through and dealt with Orion. Rek dealt with Archie even. Wow. As you was on the other side, Rek told you to turn around, at which point you saw the same way you just walked, but a different landscape before you. One of clouds of green and popping bubbles of acidic liquid. And you are to cross the spinal cord bridge. On the other end of the spinal cord bridge is a creature with a snake-like bottom half, serpentine and coiled, long snaking green hair, and a face very familiar to Ari and familiar-ish to the rest of you. It is Elva, known as the First Eagle of Ravenholm, but not in a form that you are used to. You all saw her across the bridge, and you all rolled initiative. So we are going to go into that initiative right now, as I jump to roll 20. Shabam!
I've forgotten we'd already rolled initiative.
Oh my god, I'm first. Oh god, I'm first.
So, hang on. I did not add. Boom, there we go. So actually, I'm first. Haha.
Okay, thank God.
I mean, that's not a thank God. We shouldn't be thank Godding him going first. Just so we're aware.
So, let me get something a bit more. Right, I'm just going to have a bit more fighty stuff. Oh, Jesus. Let's turn that down. It's got a bit heavy metal. Thank you for the bits, Maybonics. Right, you got 2 rerolls, kids. Oh, Jasmine Day!
Hey!
Maybonics' response was just, oh lordy, here's another reroll.
So, as you look across, and my music goes all thrash metal, because it's from the Descent of Avernus. Let's get you up here. Let me know if the music's too loud, people at home. Right, so. Elva, or the appearance of Elva, is going to go first. She reaches out in front of her and starts to move her hands in an arcane display of conjuring. Oh yeah. And on the bridge before you, a creature begins to manifest. We get rid of you. Oh my. And this creature, what could possibly go wrong?
Oh, where do you want us to start?
As. So can all 5 of you give me a wisdom save, please?
Yeah, sounds about right.
It's already.
Oh, 15.
Okay,
That's
okay.
bad.
Okay, not too bad, not too bad.
A lot worse.
Cool.
Who got a 17 or more?
I got
I
a
did.
20!
Me.
Yay!
I asked for the power of the gaze and I was given it!
Yay!
The power of the gaze.
Power
So,
of the geese.
We have, so Zandria, Orion, Caspian, you got all 17 and above?
Yup.
Sapphire?
I got a 15.
Ooh,
Oh.
Ari?
13.
Wow, you two are frightened of this creature.
Oh.
Which
I mean,
means-
that's in keeping for Ari, so...
Which means you
Run away!
cannot move towards it,
Oh, it's a snake.
as you see a bronze-scaled, two-headed viper manifest in front of you. It will then spit acid at 2 of you. So, Sapphire, you're frightened, yes?
Yep.
We're gonna have that. And Ari, you're frightened. Boom. You are frightened of the serpentine creature. It will spit 2 globules of acid. One at Orion with a nat 20, and one at Kesfion with a 11. So the nat 20, you take 2, 4, 8, 12 points of acid damage
Oh no, that's not really good.
as it spits 2 bits of acid at Kesfion and Orion.
I'm dying.
Elva will then
You
move
are
here.
a little bit.
Will then move to the second bridge. Orion, it is your turn.
Well, I was gonna activate my swords, but I'm not gonna. It's a bonus action to drink your healing potion, right?
It is, yeah.
Okay, so 2d4 plus 2? Right.
What's that? It should tell you on the. What's the potion? Just the standard one?
Yeah.
Yeah. 2d4 plus 2.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no, that's 6.
Oh, jeez.
And then I guess I will move in and attack with my sword.
So the bridge is about 8 to 10 feet wide. So only 2 of you, or 1 of you at this particular point. So go on. There you go.
Okay.
You got another reroll from Ruffworx. That's 3 you've got.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Okay, so first attack is a 18 plus 7.
Oh yeah, that hits the conjured viper.
So yeah. 3 and 4, so 7. And then second attack was 15 plus 17. So I imagine that hits.
15 plus 17. Jesus.
Plus 7, sorry. Second,
One of the
I'll
numbers was
reroll
right.
that with my Oni powers. Next attack was 8.
So 7 and 8, yeah?
Yes.
15. Oh, you slash into the... as you hit the bronze scales, they sound metallic. Ching ching, rather than soft flesh. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Ari.
If I'm frightened, and obviously I can't move closer to the creature willingly,
Yep.
could I misty step past it?
You can't make any action towards it.
Okay.
So you knowing that you're going beyond it, I would class as an action towards
That's
it.
fair. Yep, no worries, that's fine. I was just looking and going, what can I do?
It's a free action to cry.
Reaction to cry indeed. I will then, in that case, I will, because I can obviously move across one, because that's not moving closer.
It's getting precise.
I know frightened, funnily enough, my other character gets frightened a lot. Right. I am going to put a hand on Caspion's shoulder and give him bardic inspiration.
Hey! Look at me getting a
Sometimes
wee
bards coming useful.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. And I think that's about it. So I don't really want to use my spell, and I can't really attack. So we get some bardic inspiration. Hooray!
What's the bardic what is it? A D6 at this level?
D6, I believe. Let me double check. Is it somewhere? Come on, where are you? Where are you, bardic inspiration? Only name your business after you, you know. D6, yeah.
Yar.
Cool. Is that your go done?
Yeah, I guess so.
Zandria.
I am gonna put my hand out in front of
We're
me.
like, yeah, you need another roll for that.
I am gonna put my hand out in front of me, and I'm
That's
gonna
another 2.
try
Damn.
and do a Eldritch Blast.
No, 2 reroll. That's
Do
So
your
we've got
Eldritch
5
That says
rerolls.
up to 5, guys.
Up to 5. Oh,
I'm
nice.
I'm glad that you guys realise I'm gonna need it.
Thank you, Joswood.
Thank you.
So yes, I'm gonna try an Eldritch Blast.
I actually caught. Go on then, roll your hit. I caught a bit of Joswood as a Valhalla stream earlier. I was totally working on it.
What's that? 18. to hit.
18 hits.
Fantastic. 1d10. Let us roll the shiny new ruby dice. The shiny ruby dice are great. We like the shiny ruby dice. 9, so that's 2 lots of 9, so 18.
18 damage.
Mhm.
Lovely.
And it gets pushed back 10, whatever it is.
Is it automatic or does it do a save?
No, it's automatic.
10 feet, yeah? There you go.
Yes.
Kaboosh.
Snake.
Do I get an opportunity attack on that?
You do not. If a creature is forced to move, you don't. It doesn't set up. It has to move of its own accord.
Yeah.
Zandria, is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Cool. Ari, by the way, can you re-roll your wisdom save to see if you are still frightened?
Yep.
Right.
I have a +0 in wisdom. What do you want? I know exactly what that's going to come out with.
Kesvion.
Righty-ho. Having encountered, I'm presuming, snakies in the desert before,
Yep.
could I do some sort of survival check or something to see if I recognise what the heck this is?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, I might or I might not. That is a 16.
16. Snakes that their scales, you know, the colour of metallic materials is not uncommon, but the sound of it actually being metallic when Orion was hitting it just reminds you of the odd tale that Sahar used to tell you about snakes from far in the west. Far in the east, sorry, far in the east. Where are you? Yeah, far in the east, in a place called Tengavalu. The only time they've ever been seen outside of Tengavalu is when they've been summoned to this place. And they have a very, very strong resistance.
To everything that I do. Cool. Love that.
Worth a fortune if you can.
I'm not so fussed about it being worth a fortune. I guess I'll let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, I could get up and get out of the way. I'll attempt to do some damage to it, I guess. Might as well give it a go. So that is a 21 to hit.
21, that hits.
And that is that's 5.
5 damage, yep. Your blade carves into the metal.
Oh. That is 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Oh. And that is an 8 of damage.
Is you just spinning your scimitars into it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And last hit is that is a 17.
17 hits.
Which is that is 9 points of damage.
Your blade cleaves into the metal as if it is soft. You still hear the ching ching that you heard when Orion hits. But from what you and Orion have done to it thus far, it seems to be taking it all.
And I'm gonna scooch back out of dodge because I don't.
It can't hit you, can it? No.
Nope, because I've got mobile.
Yeah. Sapphire, you can't go near it.
Yep, and it has just been knocked far enough away that my dart throws would be seriously disadvantaged. So I am probably going to spend this turn. I'm going to use my bonus action to get into one of my stances because I use the special way of the seasons cycle monk that is available through
Arcade script.
Arcade script.
Segway.
So yeah, I think I'm going to go into which one are we going to go? Let's go spring for some flames that dance around his fur as he gets into his stance of the summer. And I think that's just going to be it, sadly.
Oh, give me a wisdom save.
19.
You are no longer frightened.
Yeah.
Yay!
Good.
It's now Elva's turn.
Frick. Not what I want.
I know she moved up. Uh-oh.
You loved you, Orion. It was a good.
It was nice knowing you, Oreo.
Farewell, friends.
I move on to a better place.
I move on.
At least you're already in the plane of souls. You wouldn't have far to go.
Yeah, it's fine. I just pop back up.
Adie's gone silent. I don't like the plotting.
No.
Sorry, I'm
Trying to decide how Meanie's feeling.
Yeah.
Cool. So you will get 2 Eldritch Blasts come flying into your souls. One of them at Orion, one of them at Zandria. So at Orion!
Excuse you.
Oh, it's not even close. That's 10. And at Zandria...
10?
Oh, no, that's a 23.
Bye, Zandria, I guess! Jeez.
Oh no.
Jeez.
I did roll really high on that, so... you take... I need another one. Where's that last? There we go. I'm using my Tundra dice.
Please don't.
God damn it, Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, I'm my parchment dice, just so you know.
I don't think you're getting those pink ones after all. That's too much power for you.
That's-
Too much power.
You take 20 points of force damage.
Oh boy.
I'm still standing.
Don't you have like 24 HP?
Yep. I'm still standing better than I ever did.
And then
I mean,
Like a true
better
survivor.
feels like maybe a bit of a lie.
I'm fine.
You have
you,
3 health.
Orion, you see Alva reach into the air in front of her and her hand disappear, like she's gone like elbow deep into something that is just not there, and she pulls out a ragged looking eagle that looks like it's died and rotted out on the out in the middle of nowhere, and she just lets it go and it shoots towards you. Can you give me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh, I'm glad that's you and not me.
Me. See what my con is.
I know that mine will be. I can guarantee you that.
Ooh, a 10.
10?
Uh-oh.
Jesus, you are blinded.
Oh no.
And you take
A bird to the head.
3 psychic damage.
Okay.
Well,
I'm dying.
you are blinded. Blounded. There you go.
Blounded.
It's your turn, Orion.
Okay.
Can you give me a Constitution save? In fact, give me an Arcana check.
Right. But do you want me to use that roll or reroll?
It's up to you.
A 16.
A 16. Right, so on your Arcana check, you have never faced one of these creatures, but the look of it does remind you of stories from a place called Atoria, where there are humanoids with snakes for hair that can turn people to stone at a look.
Sounds great.
Sounds
Loving
fantastic,
this.
doesn't it, guys?
Do you choose to act on that information?
I don't know what I would do with that information.
That's up to you. Cool.
With the rest of the class.
If not,
Oh yes.
Yeah.
cool. Can you give me a Constitution save?
Okay. Ha. Oh. 6.
Oh,
Do
Jesus.
you want to maybe use one of those?
5 rerolls you've got.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys don't mind.
Yeah, use it. You're
Alright.
gonna need it. You're gonna
Oh.
need it.
Woo! 21.
Cool. 2 seconds. Oof. That'll do. Cool. So as you stare across at the snake-haired creature and kind of have a flashback of those tales and knowledge you've heard, Elva's eyes glow a strange golden colour, and you feel yourself stiffen slightly, like your joints have just gone a bit stiff, or you've just done so much fighting over the last few days you can't get out of bed, and then you kind of shrug it off, and the eyes are no longer gold.
Okay. Well.
Now you can have your turn.
Oh, cool. I'm still blind, right?
You are still blind, yeah.
Okay. Can I move towards the snake, or where I think the snake is, and make a wild attack?
You can indeed move forwards and swing wildly at disadvantage.
Yeah, cool. I don't know if this is a good idea. I may die because of this, but I'll do, sure, why not? I'll do a crimson right.
That's how
Are you
blood
on blind?
hunters roll.
Woo! That's a 5. I was hoping for a 1. So I've got 9 HP, but hey, whatever, you know, it's fine, it's fine.
What is it about demon hunters, right, that just have to kill themselves?
I don't know, negative constitution. What is
Coming
it
to
about?
see a mollymog. Okay, so I'm gonna...
You see Molly float past in the acid.
Did I fall?
Wow.
No, it's fine.
Oh, one of them's cocked.
Reroll it.
No,
So at
No, it's
disadvantage, what did you get?
I got a 3.
You got a 3,
I got a 10.
you got a 10 in total. Your 10 misses. You still have 4 more rerolls.
I do have another attack.
Cool.
13?
13 misses. So while you're blinded, you're swinging your sword left, right, and centre. You hear the ching of metal, but you feel the flat of the blade just glances off the viper, two-headed viper.
Okay. Goodbye, friends.
Hi, Oreo.
Hi.
Uh,
onion rings is
can you
going down.
give me a Constitution save to see if you are no longer? Ah, what am I talking? Ah, yeah, because that'll happen at once. Yeah, cool. Go on.
13.
13. You're still blinded.
Okay.
Ari,
Oh, it's my turn. Okay.
you're still frightened.
Yep. He would know what Elva is in real life, i.e., if she's a rogue but I know that Ravenholm hate warlocks. So I'm going to guess he doesn't think that she's a warlock.
You are very Elva's skill set in the material realm is similar to Caspion's, but she normally wields a shield and a long sword rather than two swords.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
She don't cast magic and have snaky hair.
Just check him, but I was like, I'm pretty sure he's going to know that's not real. At least not an Elva that he knows. But yeah, he's still frightened. He can't really do much. However, what he can do is use his last spell. Healing word to Orion.
Oh, thanks.
Which isn't much, I'm afraid.
It's
but
okay.
It's gonna give you
Every
something.
little helps at this
Yep.
point.
1d4 plus 6. We rolled a 1, so that's 7 points of healing.
Okay, that's great, thank you.
You can tank this, Orion. You can tank this.
Let's do
The
this.
thing is,
Well-
you're technically the tank with that amount of HP, but still.
Yeah,
If it helps, because you're blinded, Medusa's not going to have an effect on you.
that is
Yeah,
true.
And Ari, is that end of your turn? Can you please give me a wisdom saving throw?
Please roll nice, right? Which dice shall I choose?
17. 17 GDC.
Come on. Come on.
Nope. That's the face of no.
16.
Oh, you missed by one.
Oh, just rude. That's what I'm saying, a plus 0. I'm like, oh well. I'm going to have to roll real high.
Zandria.
Eldritch Blast.
Yeah. On Elva or the Viper?
On the Viper.
Cool.
That is a... Oh god, a math. 22 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
That is a 20 points of damage.
20. Nice.
20.
Punch it into the water.
Yeah. Well, it has to go in a straight line, unfortunately, when
Oh.
it gets yeeted backwards. It doesn't do it. It just goes back.
Is that your turn, Zandria, or are you moving?
That's no, I'm getting fucking closer. I have 4 HP. Hell no. I'm staying where I am. I've got 120 foot of range. I ain't moving.
Cool. Now, because I forgot this on the last turn,
Uh-oh.
you see the Viper start to spin and coil in on itself violently as it then straightens rigid and fires a single spit of acid that seems to come from both mouths and merge in front of it with an arcane oomph behind it, straight at Caspion.
Love that for me.
And I rolled a nat one.
Yeah.
You were about to get rocket launched, boy. That's the snake score, and then the lair action. Which you're all gonna love.
Fuck you, Snake.
So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. Orion, you take 6 points of poison damage.
Oh no! I just got those points back.
Now you're losing them.
As the liquid acid beneath the bridge, just like a geyser, spurts up into the air and lands some on you and then spatters all around the other 4. You lucky bastards. Guess what? It is your turn.
This, seeing as someone didn't share with the class.
I did.
Did you? Okay, cool. I thought you were just like, nah.
Good luck.
Yeah, you don't need to know.
Screw you guys. You left me on the bridge. In that case, knowing what kind of shenanigans Snaky Elba is, Kess is going to take a little bit of like one of the spare kind of like sash things he's got in his waist, tie it round, and sprint ahead using his blind sight to try and get to Elba. And
can you read blind sight out for me, please?
Yes, I can. 1 second. I'm gonna find which tab I've put it in.
Or do you want me to read it out?
If you've got it handier than I have, in the next 3 seconds, well, I definitely don't buy for time in the slightest. Because for once, I actually closed stuff down when I was finished with it.
So, blind sight, for those at home, and myself, I've lost. Why is that not a thing?
I've got it.
Go on then.
Features and traits, found it. Blind sight, you can perceive your surroundings without relying on sight up to 60 foot.
Okay. You are good to go.
Let me get back onto the page. So yeah, he's just gonna hoof it. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, take it to there. So in fact, we'll go to here. That's my full movement. And just gonna try and lay into Snaky Elba.
Lovely.
This will go well. I love that laugh. So that is first off the bat is a 25 to hit.
That hits.
And that is 9 points of damage.
Cool. Can you take 9 points of acid damage, please?
Love that for me. I will in just a sec. Sorry, 1 sec. Clicky box.
As you slash into her and acidic blood sprays on your face.
Great. So that is. You said 9 points.
Yep.
Yeah, matches what I did. Okay, so that is 21. You know what? In for a penny, in for a pound. He's not a bright boy. So that is 19.
19 hits.
That is 7 points of damage.
You take 3 points of acid.
And that last one is 17.
17 hits.
And that is 7 points of damage again.
You take 1 point of acid.
Okay. That went well.
As you're spinning your scimitars around you and slamming, not the trident that the people can see, your scimitars into the snake-haired creature. You see Elva just laughing. Well, you don't, because you've got yourself blindfolded, but you can hear her laughing.
Yeah.
As you feel the burn on your cheek. Sapphire, you're no longer scared.
I am no longer scared, which is awesome. Very happy to hear this. So Sapphire is going to use his full 40 points of movement. Snake.
Snake.
And he is going to. Do I have to? Oh, okay, cool. Okay, he's going to go for 2 attacks with his Naginata,
Okay.
and then he's going to go for a single unarmed strike. Hopefully.
So, Naginata first.
Yep. So I do
I like the idea that you're slicing at the snake and then you just lean down and punch it.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Whack
It's
it at
that's
those.
16 and a 17 for the two Naganatas.
They both hit. 16 just hits and the 17 hits.
Oh, good. Okay, so let's do the damage on those. Oh, plus 2d4s because I am currently on fire.
You see a emblazoned sapphire rushing towards the bronze snake.
I am impressed.
12, 16, 19 points of damage.
19?
19, yeah, so 7 of that is fire damage and the rest is slashing.
Cool.
And then he's going to do his unarmed strike.
The fire damage, it seems to resist.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. So that's good to know. I'm going to keep the damages separate. And 19 for his unarmed strike.
And that hits.
And when he does this damage, he's going to also spend a key point to stunning strike.
Constitution save, yeah?
It is indeed.
13.
Ah, he fails. So he is stunned.
What was your damage?
And the damage was 10.
Cool. He is really stunned.
He's dead.
Oh, shit.
Dead stunned.
Done dead, you may
Stunned
say.
The Viper only had 9 hit points.
Oh.
Well,
Okay,
So-
well, it works. That's fine. I'm down. I'm down with that.
So you see Sapphire now bound across the bridge, no longer scared of the bronze Viper, spin his Naginata, slashing into the creature, and then in a single hi-ya! You destroy.
Punch a snake dead.
Yeah, you punch the snake into oblivion.
And Xandria thought it was funny he was punching it.
I didn't say I thought it was funny. I said I was impressed when
Is
when
that your
you know.
turn at Sapphire?
Yep, that's it.
It's now Elva's go.
you're on fire. Xandria likes fire.
That is true.
Hi, friend.
Mr. Sapphire, can you give me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh, I can indeed.
Why I'm not getting closer.
Oh no, 15.
Ooh.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Judging by that, ooh, I'm gonna
Oh,
go
no.
with no.
You see the golden eyes of the snake lady, and you feel as you punch that snake and then reset in your stance. You feel awkwardness, like when your sensei used to tell you to hold and not move for a long time. You are currently restrained as you feel a hardening around your thigh and forearm, and you can see your fur go stone grey.
Uh-oh.
You are currently restrained.
Okie dokie.
Cool. Oh, that's a shame. Now, Elva will turn, reach out, and you hear whispers all around you, Kesvion. Whispers of
Love that.
of promises, of delights, everything Kesvion's ever wanted. I'll let you decide what that is. And give me a charisma saving throw, please.
Okay.
What the fuck does Kess want? That's a good question.
Andrea not to die.
I'm sure there's more to it than just
I'm sure
that.
there's
like,
more.
I'm sure he has actual wants and needs.
Yeah.
Other than just, you know, his sister not dying.
That is a 21.
21?
You're
Yeah, but fine. The whispers are lovely, but you cannot. Now, you hear the noise of an unsheathing of a blade. You all see a golden blade in Elva's hand as it swings towards Caspian twice. And you blinded yourself, so
You can't see you coming.
does it affect your advantage, disadvantage? Blind sight?
It doesn't say it
Does
does. Not from what you gave me information-wise on it.
Or is it a racial thing?
Yeah.
Ah, because there's a feat, I think.
No, you gave me it as a racial thing.
Yeah, cool, then you probably buggered. Give me a sec. So yeah, you're fine. So I don't get advantage on you. So
Okay,
that's
good.
worth noting. Is blind normally advantage me hitting you and you disadvantage
Okay.
hitting me, but you are old school Bruce Lee with a blindfold on. So it's not advantage. So the first sword swing is a 2, and the second one is a 23. So the first one you manage
goddamn,
to
the second one
spin.
gets.
You spin one scimitar to your side, and you hear a ching as you clash against blade. But then as you bring up your second scimitar, you miss the parry completely, and the golden blade sinks into your flesh. And does. And does 7 points of slashing damage. Radiant damage, sorry.
Good times, good times.
Oh no.
Alright, so I've been informed, blind sight does not negate the blinded effect on advantage rolls. So the first one hit, and the second was a 3 and a 4, so you still only take 1 sword track.
Cool.
Thank you for that, Drosmodea. And the
Yeah, Drasmodea. Thanks for that. Love you.
radiant blade goes
Kisses.
through you. Orion, it is your turn. You are blinded, you care not for golden eyes.
Okay, would I have heard the sweet sound of snake death?
Give me a perception check.
Oh god.
Sweet whispers.
It just goes, I'm dying.
Don't walk forward slashing at the air, please.
I'm in front of you. No.
16.
16. Yeah, you reckon that the whatever ran past you growling finished the snake creature.
Alright. Let's make the way to Medusa. Langley. And swing.
So if you're gonna move, I'd say you're at half movement while you walk forwards, blinded.
Okay, I can get here.
Cool.
Okay, coming for you. Ah.
Disadvantage.
Ooh, there's a natural one.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
You still have rerolls.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh,
Yeah, have we used any of them yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Orion's used
We
about
don't,
6.
um,
Oh, you're joking.
We don't get rerolls for us. We get rerolls.
Orion.
that was another natural one.
How did you forget 2 in a row?
Why is that happened so many
Is
times?
that your gear dice?
Yeah, the
sounds
games
like-
have let me down.
It sounds like you need new dice.
Okay, I'll
Might
go
we
for
suggest Bardic Inspiration?
my second attack.
A disadvantage.
Yeah.
Fuck
Oh,
it, here you go.
Dwarf just giving us another one.
I got 17, so plus 7.
That hits.
Did
That
you
hits.
use 2 rerolls then and Dwarf just gave us one back?
Leon, Orion, Jesus, sorry. Orion only used 1 reroll.
I used 1.
Okay, so we have 4.
Okay.
Right, cool.
So, is she considered undead?
She is not.
Okay.
Sad.
Bam. Okay, so the first attack is 8 damage, and then the bonus is 6. So 8 and
14 in total. What's the 6?
It's my radiant damage on my sword.
Radiant. The radiant does no effect to her whatsoever.
Well, that's a shame. I'll check my other healing potion as a bonus action.
That reroll from Dwarf Warrior is only for Orion.
Oh, thank you.
Where
Ah.
is...
Oh, yay, double 4s. We're back in.
I'm gonna write 3 + 1 for Orion.
20. Thank you for the reroll.
Right, cool. So...
Oh, do I get to roll for unblinded?
You do, please.
Okay. Where's it dice
I just buggered the overlay for a brief second.
Oh, 19.
Oh, yep, you are no longer blinded.
Yay.
But you're
Okay, now I can turn to
about to
stone.
be restrained.
I'm like, wow, I made it.
Can you give me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh shit, okay. Oh god. Oh, it's a natural 20!
You are fine.
Live.
And you've got another one from Sawdust. But it's only for Orion.
Any but
Or any
Orion.
but Orion.
Oh,
4
okay.
+ 1, that's just on 5. Yay, thank you, chat.
Okay.
Love you,
Right, so,
chat.
Ari, it is your turn. You're no longer frightened as the creature is dead.
Cool, that is good for me. So, let's see how far away she is. 35 feet, that's perfect. Let me actually go and hit my ex-girlfriend. Hooray.
Smack your girlfriend. I mean,
What? Don't get me banned,
Sandria.
Sandria.
Ari and Ori, ex-killers.
Basically, yeah.
if only
He
we
just
could all
kind
get
of-
in on that.
He looks her in the he does. He looks her in the eye and basically goes, "You're not over." Just stabs her.
And then he turns to stone.
Ari, can you give
He
me
doesn't
a
know.
Constitution saving throw, please?
You want that first? Oh god damn it! Oh, dirty 20.
You are fine.
The chosen one. The chosen one.
The chosen one. Can I roll my attack now, please?
You can indeed. At advantage. 'Cause you-
Advantage. That was an 18 naturally as well. I like you today. You're a
Okay,
good boy.
Kestrion's on the other side.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. 18 + 9.
Yeah, that
There's
is.
some
That
serious
means
fun.
you also get all of your sneak attacks.
I do. So I'm gonna have to
Stab
work
that
this out.
bitch. Stab that bitch.
Zandria, will you shut up?
From the other side of the bridge, just stab that
Stab that
bitch.
bitch.
Stab that bitch.
A lot of dice.
You know, in a more monotone voice. Not a Jade voice.
23 points of piercing damage. Magical.
Magicals.
Your
And
blade, your rapier, sinks into them deeply.
bonus action. Stab at the dagger.
Remember
Release
not,
attempt.
remember not to add your proficiency.
Yes, I know. I've got it noted on my sheet.
Lovely, lovely.
That is 16 plus 5, so 21.
21 hits.
Cool, and that is a 1d4. I'll just roll a d4. So that is 9 points of damage, and then I also get to roll another d4, don't I? Is
You do.
that right? Yeah. 1.
As your dagger slices into the flesh of Snaky Elder, you feel it pull on their energy. And as it pulls on their energy, the snakes disappear and you see the full face and hair of Elder.
Oh
and then
no.
and then it disappears when you pull the blade away.
It's great for me.
Love that.
Great. Love that for me. He's then gonna move the heck away.
Do you have the movement for it?
No, I don't. You're right. I don't move the heck away.
If I'm stuck here, you're stuck here.
Zandria, it's your turn, Zandria.
Guess what I'm gonna do?
Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
Eldritch Blast.
Natural 20.
Hits.
I will do the usual. Take the little photo. I'll send that in a minute. Let's see. So that's 18 doubled, isn't it?
36.
36 points of damage.
Boom! You sniper shot with your Eldritch Blast. Moves 10 feet.
No, I don't have to move her if I don't want
okay.
to move her. So I'm gonna leave her where she is because right now she is surrounded and everyone seems to be in a good position.
Cool.
So she can stay there.
So, no snake, so it's lair action. Can you all take
No.
5 points of poison damage.
Oh.
Including me?
All of you.
Oh, well, I'm on the floor.
I like that. Did
On
I
the
stutter?
floor!
I have 4 hit points.
Then you are indeed
Yeah.
on the floor.
That's that. How did I take?
So, as you were all stood there, globs of acid burst up as they did before, whereas before they only landed on Orion. This time they land on all of you. And you take 5 points of acid damage as it rains down upon you. Caspian, you want a perception? Oh, you're blind. You blinded yourself. You have no idea as Andrea's fallen.
No, I don't.
You want a cheeky peek under the
No, because he wouldn't. Sugar. I don't have that because I used that last session. And we haven't had a rest.
Still got a bardic inspiration.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm trying to sort out when I have 5 HP and 1 death save throw.
You already used your second one, didn't you, on the last bridge?
Yep, that's what I was just like, I just used that. I have 1 health potion though, so I'm gonna...
Just saying, Harry, your ex is a nightmare.
I know she is.
I'm not a massive fan of her.
So glad I gave you that healing potion.
You, me both, buddy. So it's 2d4 plus
2.
2. So that is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's not too bad. Yeah.
So you're necking a potion, yeah?
Yeah. For my bonus action, and then I'm gonna do a swipey and lose all of that again. So that is 21 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
That is gonna hurt me probably. That is 9 points of damage.
You take 9 points of acid damage.
Yep.
You get the feeling that the more you hit her, it gets less.
Yeah.
First one's always sweet.
Oh, this is gonna really hurt.
Are you doing it?
Yeah. That is 19 points.
19 to hit or 19 points?
19 to hit.
19 hits.
And you know what? If this is going to be the last that I get before I go down, I'm putting on one of my superiority dice as well. We might as well just go down flailing. So that is 9 plus 7. That is 16 points of damage.
16, you take 8.
5
And you're on the floor.
And you see Elva's serpentine body sort of slump as she struggles to keep herself upright. Sapphire. You've just seen over your shoulder, you can no longer hear the summoning of eldritch power from Xandria. You see Kesvion fall to the floor as he's slashing into Elva and taking... The acid is burning through his flesh. So you are aware that if you hit her, it will hurt you.
I can't move anyway.
No, because you are restrained.
I am restrained, which means... Oh shit, I don't even know if I don't know what I can do about that.
You
even.
shout out to anyone.
So
I will literally yell out, I have potions but can't move!
Thank you. Thank you, that's what I wanted.
And he's like, you can visibly see him like struggling and trying to push forward, but he can't move. There's like the flames that were around him are kind of simmering low now, and he there's not much he can do.
So as a restrained, you are 0 movement. Attack rolls against you are at advantage. Your attack rolls have disadvantage, and you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Yep, so unless I can break out of it, I can't do a whole load of shit.
Can
I mean, I can
attack,
try and
but it
throw a
just-
potion to...
You can
have
attack,
it.
but it'll be a disadvantage.
I suppose I can throw a dart. I can't reach her from here. I can throw a dart at her, I suppose, or I can try and throw a potion.
I don't think potions
Don't wanna
have
risk the
splash
potion.
damage.
Just
So
chuck it at...
you do more damage, bludgeoning and piercing from the broken glass. Yeah.
Screw it, I'll throw... yeah, go on then. I'll throw a dart at Medusa bitch.
Okay.
So it's a disadvantage for these two. Oh, 11 plus
Rerolls as well.
4, that's 15, which I don't think will hit.
Do a reroll.
What
A
did you
reroll?
get?
15.
15 hits.
Oh, okay. In that
Just-
case, it's only a D4 plus 4. Got that D4, so that's disappeared forever now. And I missed my dice tower with that one. Let's try and find another one quickly.
For those watching, I don't use stats from the monster manual. It's all homebrew. So 127 hit points. They wish.
No, we don't wish.
That was 7 points of damage.
7?
Damage from the dart. Yeah, piercing damage. 7 points of piercing damage.
If it was 127 points of damage, I think she would have been down a little bit quicker.
No, you put her to 120 summit, guess. So you've done 131 points of damage so far to Elva.
Jesus.
And she's still standing!
She looks in an absolute shit state, but she's still. I say standing. She's balancing on her serpentine tail. Is that the end of your turn, Sapphire?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I think so.
Constitution saving throw, please. Be aware you have rerolls.
Oh. Sorry, what was that?
Constitution
Constitution
saving
saving throw.
Okay, what's my con? 1. That's a 3. Would anyone mind
Please
if I
use a reroll.
Use
Thank
the
you. I'd like to
reroll.
use a reroll.
Use it.
Oh, that's
Making a
better.
note.
That's a 19 that time.
Cool. On your 19, I believe you shake it off. Give me a sec.
Shake it off, shake it off. Cause Medusa's
You
gonna
are
hate
no
me.
longer. Cool.
Yay!
So that's Sapphire's turn. It's now
Her turn.
Elva's turn.
Did anyone else just hear the Sephiroth theme pop into their head? Or was it just me?
No,
So-
I was there. I was there.
We used the Buster Sword.
Ba, 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 ba.
I materialised that in the game. Can we use it? Not that. I can
Elva turns to you, Harry.
Uh-oh.
Yep. And you see the form of her face. The snake hair goes away, and you see Elva in perfect representation of what you know Elva to look like. She just smiles at you in a way that you don't really recognise. I mean, you know Elva quite intimately, and this smile is creepy, and that is not Elva. And she simply says to you, "I told you the cost was high." And she turns to Kesfion. All the snakes on her hair lash out at Kes. And nat 20 him. And I believe you only had the one saving throw.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well-
you did.
Well, you're no longer blinded.
You did not just kill my brother.
Yes, I did. So, and then Elva turns back to you with her snake form, smiling eyes, little quirk in the grin, and just opens her arms to you, Harry. And we'll bonus action hit you with her radiant sword on a 15. What's your AC, Harry? 15 hits? Oh, I didn't expect that.
Hello, sneaky
You
rogue.
take 7 points of radiant damage as her golden blade just clips you. Orion. You see a pool of lifeblood pouring from Kesfion's form.
I will attack the snake lady.
You will indeed.
Yeah. Okay. So there's my radiant damage does nothing to her. So should I just not bother rolling that?
Correct. Yeah. She's immune to it.
All right. First attack. I'm gonna use my reroll, my special reroll, because I rolled a 5.
Flipping it.
17.
17 hits.
Okay. Oh, I'll reroll that with my Oni thing. I rolled another one. So the first attack is 5 damage. And then my offhand. Oh, natural 20!
Okay. She's immune to crits. Nah, that's bullshit. Carry on.
I'm gonna be. Oh no, I can only do that one round. So 7 and 4, so 11 damage. And then the third attack. Oh no, that's only 11.
11 does not hit. As your second attack strikes into Elva, the blow is so devastating that you see some of the snake heads fall to the ground, writhe, and then lay still. As she sort of limps forward, you swing with your third and miss. Ari. She looking absolutely ruined, but stares up at you smiling.
Harsh stuff.
Finish.
You just hear her whispering to you, "Told you the cost was high."
Whether he goes to get a potion and tries, or whether he just hits her.
Give me a medicine check.
You can see he's quite dead.
That's what I mean.
I have to laugh, or otherwise I will cry.
Oh, right. 17.
You don't believe the potion will work on Caspian.
Right, he's gonna sort of just stare back at him. You're not Elva. Elva would never do that. And he just stabs her.
Cool.
18 plus 9 to hit. She's engaged with Orion, isn't she? Is she?
No, it needs to be directly across. You would have got advantage off of Kess.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Not Ori.
Like, no, that's fine.
Can you do 3 points of damage minimum?
I can roll a d8 and see. Yeah, because 6 plus whatever, yeah.
Your rapier sinks through the chest of Elva and she slumps forward and you just slide the blade out and Elva falls dead at your feet, a writhing, snakeless corpse.
It's gonna run immediately over to Cass. In fact, no.
Sapphire's going to run back across the bridge to get Xandria.
You run across the bridge. Oh, Xandria, give me a death saving throw.
I have advantage on death saving throws because I'm wearing a mantle of autumn.
You are indeed. As long as they're not 2 1s, you should be alright.
Nah, I'm good. Natural 20.
Cool, you get up with 1 hit point.
Woo!
Can I try and stabilize Cass?
When you did your medicine check before, when I said you didn't think the healing potion would work on him, you are very aware he has passed on. Now, this is where it gets cool, because you're in the realm of souls. Yes! As you all rush around, Sapphire immediately bolts across a bridge, and as he's about to pop a potion into Xandria, Xandria just sort of shakes her head and looks up, and you see the large mane of the white lion that is Sapphire. Orion and Ari, you see Kesfion laying there still, his lifeblood pouring out around him, and then you see, as from where you do not know, small winged seahorses of a very vibrant colour. They're not an overwhelming brightness, but they start appearing just as if they've always been there and you've only just noticed them. Imagine, instead of butterflies all over his body, they are winged seahorses. and they begin to form just here, away from you. And Kess, you are not. You see your body on the floor in front of you, and you take form, and you are slightly off the ground in a very out-of-body experience type flavour, but you feel a pull as if someone's pulling on your shoulder. But you do see Ari and you do see Ori stood in front of you, and this pull is getting stronger and stronger.
Deidria.
You can see Drea across the way. She's slow. I'm assuming she's getting up. Not just
Sapphire will offer a hand to her and
you
help her walk if she needs it.
You see the other side of the bridge. You see Sapphire pulling Zandria to her feet.
He'll sort of try and strain forward to move towards Andrea.
You can't move. And the pull is stronger and stronger, and you move a few inches back to this pull. It's not aggressive, but it's strong. But you notice them as well, Cass. These small winged seahorses of pinks and blues and greens floating around you. Is it
something that he's ever encountered before or heard stories of?
Give me a religion check.
Yeah, me and my real good religion checks that I am well known for. Oh, actually, might not be that bad after all. That is a 16.
Oh, cool. There is a place in the Vey Dynasty, a forest, that when one falls in that forest, the soul is immediately consumed by butterflies, and all them butterflies hold the energy of the soul, and they can't be they cannot be wow, they cannot be resurrected without the presence of those butterflies. So even if you were the most powerful cleric, without the butterflies that were present, you would not be able to resurrect them. These winged seahorses feel similar to the stories and information that you can just remember of that sort of element. So they are likely what's holding your soul in this particular spot. I mean, well done on the 16. I put it at a 15. But you do feel the pull.
He's gonna continue to try and strain back towards Zandria.
You move maybe 3 feet back from Ari and Orion. Zandria, give me a perception check.
Perception check. On the right dice.
I was that close to saying Sapphire picks her up and runs.
Perception plus 4.
Then we would have 3 of us on the ground.
16.
16. You're a little bit confused. You can see what looks like the shape of Caspian lying on the floor at the feet of Ari, and you can also see, which you didn't know your brother could do, Caspian floating a few inches off the ground and just moving slowly back in a like away from the rocks that Ari and Orion are stood on towards the acidic pools of water, well, pools of acid.
Upon seeing Cass on the floor, then I am instantly going to run to where his body is and just start being like, "What the fuck are you doing? Get back in your body!"
You can speak, Cass, but the pull gets stronger and stronger, and as you are speaking, you are slowly moving away from Zandria, Ori, and Ari, and Sapphire if you've gone across the bridge.
Oh yeah.
You need to get the seahorses.
What do you mean we have to get the seahorses? Just get back in your body.
You need to get the seahorses. I can't.
Zandria, you see several, maybe 60, 70 of these real small fluttering winged seahorses all around Kesfion's form that is floating, not around the body. Kes, your memory serves you that the butterflies stay around the body, whereas these seahorses are with you, or with your leaving essence. It's different.
Is there any chance Ori might know something about that?
Give me an Arcana check, Ori.
Please use it.
14.
14.
Mm-hmm.
Being of there, it's something you are aware of. So DC is lower for yourself. The butterflies within the forest. But again, your memory serves that the butterflies remain over the body, whereas what you're seeing is the winged seahorses following Kesfion's floating form, which is what is confusing for both of you. It's not the same as what you remember or have heard or been told, learnt, etc. Kesfion is pulled over the acidic pools and is about 15 feet from you all now.
I reach out to try and grab a hold of him.
You pass through him. And as you pass through him, several of the seahorses float around your hand and then stay with Kes, as he's now out of reach.
Caspian, stop being a dick. Get back in your body. Stop doing this.
I'm trying.
Try harder then. And then I just look around at the others like, does anyone had a clue what to do here? And just Sandria is now just panicking, just like looking between Kess's weird hovery form in his body. And then very loudly she's gonna start shouting for Rek.
Anybody else doing it?
Sapphire kind of sinks into a cross-legged position on the floor. He's just trying to control emotions right now.
Okay. Ari?
Ari's just trying. He's like touching the body, trying to like do anything he possibly can to try and revive Caspian. He knows it's useless, but he's still trying.
Ori?
Can I try and catch some seahorses?
Sounds so weird.
It does. Come here, little baby.
It's not a sentence I thought I'd hear, to be honest. As you reach out instinctively with your present arm and your missing arm, you can feel for the first time since it happened. You obviously have that almost phantom feelings with your missing arm, but right now you can feel, you can't see, but you can feel the seahorses making actual contact with your missing arm. Does that make sense?
Mm.
You're reliving those sensations very vividly, but you are unable to grasp any of the seahorses as they follow Kesfion out over the water, over the acidic pools. Kes, you see Ori, Ari, Xandria and Sapphire doing their thing. There is nothing but light. You hear the sound of water as if you were to put a seashell to your ear. And they are no more. And you four no longer see Kesfion's floating form over the acidic pools.
I lose my shit.
Don't make me laugh.
Like, I seriously lose my shit.
Hello, Xandria. And Rek is stood on the bank of the acidic pool, feet just paddling in the acid, just stood there with his little blow-dart gun and his pale red scales of the fire gecko that he is.
I go up to him and I sort of fall to my knees in front of him and grab a hold of him, like by the shoulders, very tightly. Whoever they are, whatever they want, I will pay the price. Bring him back now.
I told you that the price was high. You wouldn't listen.
Bring him back.
I can't bring him back, Xandria.
Whoever is telling you this, whoever is telling you to tell us stuff, tell them I will pay it.
Why are you here?
We're here to rescue the landlord.
He just stares at you as if that's all the answer you need.
I am not leaving this place without him.
And then that's how.
I know. Walk the forest, pay the price. And as if by Rex ultimate cosmic power, you look across the bridge that you've just finished fighting Elveron, and there is a vast, thick, heavy, dense forest before you. You cannot see the leaves above block out any sky that you are to look upon, and you are sat on the floor with Rek. The acidic pool around you, the other side of the bridge where you've just come from, is just a vast landscape, plains of stone, and the forest before you. And he just says it again: walk the forest and pay the price. And we'll call a break there. So, thank you. We're going to have a break now. It's 9:30. So we're going to go all have a drink and get some tissues. And we'll see you all in about 10 or 15 minutes. Please stick around for part 2. During the break, you'll see a little slideshow of people that have contributed to the channel and such. So please check them out if you get a chance to. And we'll see you soon. See you in a bit. And welcome back. Sorry, just want to see if this turns on. Hopefully you can hear the music and it's not too loud. So, we use Syrinscape, by the way. So yeah, thank you very much for sticking around or joining if you just joined us. We're going to crack off part 2 of session 25 of our Fables Among Titans campaign. As you can see, it's DnD5e. So, just before the break, you all crossed the second bridge and faced off against a snake-like creature that resembled Elva, a past love of Aristotle. During the fight, one of you fell. This was Kesvion, Kesvion's Summer Breeze, and his life was extinguished on the far side of the bridge. His sister Zandria decided to go, as expected, off the chains. And when Rek, a passed on friend of theirs, was stood before them, she demanded to know what the payment would be to get Kes back. Kes floated away on with his winged seahorses and faded into nothingness. You are all on the other side of the bridge with a forest before you. Rek simply said, walk the forest and pay the price.
At least I'm keeping, pretty much in character with the whole demanding things from higher powers. It's on point.
It's worked once.
It'll work again. That's how it rolls. Cool, well, if there's a forest in front of us, off I trudge.
And Zandria trudges into the thick forest. It is very akin to the image you can see behind me.
Yeah, fantastic.
Oh, pretty.
In that case, we need a change of colour.
Ariel kind of like look back at the body, know it's useless, know he can't pick it up, and just follow Zandria.
Ori and Sapphire. Sapphire, you were currently meditating or centering yourself.
Ori will go over to Sapphire and put his hand on Sapphire's shoulder to like bring them back to the moment. Come on. He will say.
Yeah. Sapphire will look over Kesfion's body and then walk into the forest with Orion.
Cool.
It was a real big temptation to loot the body, I'm not going to lie.
Jesus Christ.
But that is not Sapphire.
What kind of good monk are you?
I know it's not Sapphire. I was like, anyone else? Any of my other characters? Yeah, walk into the forest with Orion.
As you walk through the forest, the thickness of the air is ever present, and it is like pulling yourself through mud. You are currently experiencing what you would if you were to cross difficult terrain, and it is hard going. You feel your muscles burning, you more so, Zandria, to the point where, Zandria, you're actually at a quarter of your speed and moving barely at all, but your raging summer fire pushes you through. Whilst you are walking through this thick forest, and you see the glowing lights, the orbs, the luminescent mushrooms all about you, it is as if you know the path you are on. Orion, you feel the Acorn's warmth strengthen to confirm that the unseen path before you is the right one. You all begin to hear voices all around you in every volume possible, whispers, shouting, crying, happiness, and the commonality of all the voices you hear are those of loved ones that have passed and those final goodbyes at burials, cremations, whatever the tradition is for a culture sending on their dead. You have no idea how much time passes. You walk in relative silence, just following the back of Zandria as she spears through the forest. However much time does pass, you do feel the need to rest. Zandria, your mind might be telling you to push on, but even in this scenario, you need to accept that your body just has nothing left in it to take steps forward. And whether you tell the party you wish a rest, you sit anyway. You are all extremely fatigued, as if exhaustion takes hold of yourselves. It is not even something that you can try to fight off, and just the dampening of the forest upon you, you're not striding as tall as Ori and Sapphire are used to. You're trudging, your shoulders are rounded, your head's down. Whether it be the effects that have happened over the last however long you've been in the realm of souls, or this forest itself, there is definitely a we need to stop and rest feel amongst the party, and it is a rest worthy of a long one. And you are able to set up camp, but you all feel the need to rest your heads, sleep, meditate, do your elven thing. Do any of you converse, or are you all just going to pick a spot?
I assume we're just going to pick a spot at this point.
I think so.
Ori?
Harry's going to be sticking close to Zandria then.
Cool.
Ori will do what he does best and make a cup of tea. Of course, offer one to anyone who needs it.
Yeah, Sapphire will happily take one.
Zandria was just getting her her pipe out.
Harry's getting his hip flask out.
Oreo make a cup of tea for Sapphire.
Okay. In relative silence, you all go about your chillings, smokings, brew making, etc. And again, a timeless moment happens and you all feel incredibly sleepy. Are you going to attempt to put watches on, or are you all just going to give in to the temptation of exhaustion?
No, Zandria's going to put a watch on.
Cool. Who watches first?
I'll watch first.
Cool. Second?
I can watch second.
So Zandria, Ori.
Don't you even. We're down one. Don't even.
Somewhere waits and waits and waits, and he goes, I'll do third watch.
I'll do fourth watch.
And as quick as anything, that any time you can remember, as soon as you close your eyes, the three of you are out cold asleep. Zandria, you do feel incredibly sleepy, but because of your elven heritage or connections, that sleeping effect does not affect you the way it seems to have affected the other three. Can you give me a perception check, please?
Hang on.
We have rerolls.
It's fine, we don't need it. It was a 19.
Cool. DC's 30 anyway. You sit and you feel your eyes going, but again you're able to resist the urge to fall asleep. You see a very large blonde-furred bear with druidic symbols walking maybe 100-150 feet ahead of you through the trees, and with them two young children, one of blonde hair in braids and a white, gold and silver robe, and another one with a greenish tinge to their hair, and clothing similar to what you would wear in the desert, whereas I know you guys are wearing your travelling kit. The young boy with what you know to be the young version of Killin is walking around in their blues and green harem trousers and those loose-fitting clothings that you would see in the desert, and is definitely the vision of Kesfion as a child. And they are way off, and you can hear them laughing as they pat the bear, but they are not close enough for you to hear.
I stare off at them, and then I look back at the party, and then I look back to Kalane and Kess. Don't worry, I'm coming for you both. And I can't leave these guys here.
You see Kesfion turn, and you swear he's looking in your direction. Big smile on his face, and he just waves. Whether it be at you or something in that direction, he just waves. And you see Kalane beckoning him, and you hear the soft childlike voice of, "Come quick, over here." And the bear and the two children wander off, out of sight. And the last thing you see in that area is small, floating, winged seahorses. And now you feel the need to go. And it's time for your sleep.
Oh boy. Sleepy times. Yep, I will, in that case, I will get up and I will shake Orion awake.
Orion, it's your turn.
Right.
You are woken by... Can I have a perception check?
Of course. Oh! This is 16.
16. Zandria goes into her, you've seen it before, her meditative sleep. Being a Vey and the elves, you're used to them only needing a few hours. But Zandria looks very, very deeply asleep, whereas you're used to the elves almost being on the edge of awareness. You take a seat. You've probably met yourself a brew.
Of course.
Obviously. I will point out
hobnob.
that Drosmedea pointed out a true British tiefling making a brew. And you look out across, and you're not shocked to see Archie walking through the woods. Not in the armour of the Ghost Slayers or the Order, just in casual, colourful clothing of his taste, that you've walked alongside him in the the gardens of Vey, or times when you are not dedicated to hunting down creatures of undeath or death even. There's no sword on Archie, and you are already aware of how dainty Archie is, but to see him without his armour or weaponry, to take away that element of oversized clothing on a child, he looks comfortable. He's walking through the woodlands, and you can hear his voice, but you can't. The words are muddled, like your head's underwater, but his tone is happy. And he's talking to somebody off to his left, but wherever he walks, the trees seem to block whoever he's talking to his left. And just as you feel the urge to end your watch and pass on, assuming you stare and stare, you see a red-skinned right arm pass out from one of the trees and just pull Archie into an embrace behind the tree, and the image fades.
It's your damn boyfriend and your missing arm. Just that's simultaneously very cute and incredibly comical, and I'm not sure how to cope with the other.
You mute yourself, dead boy.
Neat. Missed that arm.
That's over there if you want to go get it.
I don't know. go fetch it. Yeah, he'll just watch, thinking warmly of those memories together of Archie and his right arm. And
wow. Mature audiences only.
and then get Sapphire awake Sapphire with a nice cup of tea.
Sapphire lets out a yawn.
When you take a watch after Oru.
That's why he didn't mind going third, but he like stretches and he yawns, and he does that yawn that like lions and tigers do, where it's like somewhat a yawn, somewhat a growl. And just takes the tea. Shuffles away.
Or he's like, it's really weird because he's kind of like a human, but that's really cute because he's like a cat.
And yeah,
Ori, you're a 7'7" demon.
What?
Alright, like
No judgment here.
Sapphire, you take your sentry watch, and while you see your recently made companions and acquaintances, possibly friends, sleeping, it's nice, it's peaceful. It reminds you of a time in the temple where everyone had finished a hard day of educating themselves physically or mentally, and everyone just relaxed and slept. You take your seat, you nuzzle in, you get comfortable as you like to be, and you're sipping on your tea. And can you give me a perception check, please?
Ooh, 21.
Nice. Again, maybe 150 feet into the forest, off to your left somewhere, you can hear sobbing. So you look long and hard, keen your eyes, and you see Soul Taker, your sister, her auburn fur, and you see her shoulders bobbing, and then you quickly realise she's sat crying. She is sobbing her heart out. You have never ever witnessed your sister shed a tear, for she is Soul Taker, and there are no tears. And she does not react, she does not turn and look over her shoulder. You see her bone axe at the side, just resting on the tree root, sorry. And she's clearly sobbing. She's a good 150 feet away from you.
Sapphire struggles to react. He just kind of stares in shocked silence. It's not like his sister at all. Something really bad must have happened. Oh boy.
Do you do anything else?
Like he he stands up and he ponders walking out into the forest after her, and he shakes his head and sits back down. He's here to look after the party while they sleep. He's not going to move off. He stays and watches and doesn't do anything.
Time passes. Again, you're unable to track it. And as you just hear a noise to your right, you turn and then look back, and your sister is not there anymore. But it does feel like it's time to wake Harry. I'm coming for you, Harry.
Oh, Jesus.
And yeah, he'll do so. He'll go over and shake Harry's shoulder gently.
Okay, now. Gets up, takes another nip from his hip blast because everything's gone too crazy in this place.
You go to sleep,
Takes his
Sapphire?
watch.
And Sapphire goes to sleep. Really fast, Harry, you notice. Like, as soon as Sapphire's, like, ready, he's out. Like, no, you're not sure if it's the forest or just Sapphire loves to be asleep.
He does love to be asleep.
He does.
As you stand, you move to wherever you wish to get comfortable to take your watch. You stare out into the blues and greens of all shades and vibrancies, and it is surreal. I mean, you're walking through the realm of souls, for one. You've been in a fair forest of copper. You've had sapphire dragons tip up in town. Things are very different to when Lord Aristotle left the wall and decided to go chill out on the far side in a tavern or two. And can you give me a perception check, please?
Yes. That is 13.
How much, say again?
13.
13, cool. The sounds around you are soft. It's like if there's any creatures amongst the undergrowth, they're moving slowly. If there's any creatures in the leaf tops, they're moving slowly. You haven't yet decided if there's actual music in this place or it's just a strange harmonious sound that you can hear now and then. You turn, you see Xandria. Her stoicness is still there even through her elven meditation, but there is still an element of rest that she's taking. You then look to the area next to Xandria, where Kess would normally not be far off, expecting Xandria to roll over, do a stealth spoon and a cuddle and roll back. And there's no Kess to stealth spoon, which is another sentence I never thought I'd say. And as you're just concentrating on probably the most emotional month or two you've had ever, you just hear a old wizened voice behind you. Harry? And you recognise the voice of your grandfather. You turn around.
Yes.
And you see very much the image of yourself, as you are always compared to your grandfather and his looks. Although he's got a lot more salt and pepper in his beard and his locks. He is in his robes of the first eagle, where they're simple colours of greys and blacks with the gold trim. No armour. He does have the silver sword that he has won at many tournaments, just sat at his hip. And he holds a roguish look to him. But you are very aware that, his personality might be roguish, but his skills lie somewhere more direct. And he looks fresh, young, fit, healthy. And he's just sat on quite a large mushroom about 10 feet from your camp. And he's beaming at the sight of you. You alright, Harry? You don't look happy.
I feel like he would just actually break down at that.
Your grandfather gets up and he walks across to the camp. And for the first time since you got here, he looks solid and real. And you feel a strong hand, calloused hand, on your shoulder as you recognise the touch. As your grandfather pulls you up to your feet and embraces you in a hug. No need to cry, boy. Plenty more fighting to do on the wall. Now tell me what happened. And he passes you his hip flask.
He will, take a swig from his grandfather's hip flask.
You are flooded with nostalgia of the times when your old grandfather used to slip you the hip flask when your ma and pa weren't looking, and when you were training and he was teaching you the ways of the sword. And obviously no one drinks water after exercise. I always rely on the hip flask. Bit rough if you're here as well, Harry.
Not supposed to be.
That's good. I did get worried for a moment. What are you so upset about?
You're here? Elva might be here?
He looks around. I've not yet seen Elva. But you are right, I am here. It doesn't hurt anymore, so I don't mind it too much.
What happened?
Ego, arrogance. We thought the fiends were dumb and mindless, just throwing themselves at the wall. It's not the same, Harry. They're strategizing. They're keen-minded. I think something's changed. How goes Ravenholm?
Alright.
How so?
Civil War.
There is genuine shock. Like, it doesn't even register on his face. Civil War in Ravenholm?
Yeah.
Who?
That's why I'm here.
Who leads the sides? He
Yeah,
brushes
Lady.
past it quite quickly. The Red Lady. And there's a twitch as he says, Ulrich.
Ulrich's leading the charge with his friends. What do you know of Ulrich?
If you believe the legends, boy, he's the guardian of King Reinhardt, eternal, immortal, the champion of Ravenholm. But if you face him as I have, he can be beat.
How?
It's be better than winning with your sword. Ulrich doesn't know how to lose. It's not that he can't be killed, he just doesn't know how to die. And all stories and legends start small. Ulrich was once small.
If you faced him, then you've been the golden duelist forever. Like,
I am quite handy with the old sword. You don't see him draw it, but he's got it in his hand all of a sudden and he's flicking it around. Served me well. You still tarting about?
yeah,
You still on the run?
not so much. Falling in with some good people, and we're trying to help. We're trying to help the Eagles. We're trying to help We're trying to help Ravenholm.
Why didn't you come home, Harry?
I felt embarrassed. I felt like I couldn't.
I think home needs you now.
It does. It does. Fighting is meant to go there for a while, but we need to also help the copper forest.
Is that why you're here now?
Yeah, I'm trying to find Kalain.
Kalain, the mighty
Kalain.
Lance Lord. Of, you know Kalain? He's genuinely quite impressed. Is he? I thought he was just a story.
He's not. He's not. You've told me so many stories over the years. He's not. He's real. I've met him.
Wow. Is he 15 feet tall?
No. Pretty good though. That's why we need him. We need him against Ulrich.
It's not easy to get out of here, Harry. Not when you belong here. I'm surprised they've made it this far. They're not keen on those with life still in them.
Unfortunately, one of my companions has paid that price. I couldn't save him. Couldn't do anything.
Yeah. He pulls you in for another hug. The cost is high. You're in the realm of souls, Harry. And you've still got 4 to save.
We need Kalain. There's no hope without Kalain.
Why don't you save your friend?
Keth.
You just told me you were here to get Kalain. Why can't you get Keth?
Trust me, his sister will not give up on trying to get Cass.
The
If we
one,
can get Cass and get Kalain, we're getting them both.
the one on fire, and he nods towards us, Andrea. There's no fire.
Guess she could be this. What? Why?
Why, what?
Why are you calling her on fire? She's not.
It's eyes of the realm. Hopefully I'll never meet you here, but if you ever wander this, if you ever wander, you'll see. I've got to go soon, Harry.
I miss you, I'm sorry.
You don't have to be sorry. Proud of you. Look at that thing on your hip. And he nudges towards the beautiful rapier now with eagle and gems. When you look down, the gems are not green anymore. They're a bright golden sunstone. Time to go. You don't come here again, Harry, and I don't expect to see you here. You feel a crack in his voice that you've never experienced from your grandfather. And he gives you one last hug, and as he walks into the forest, you see him fade out of existence. And as you sit and reflect, again without knowing the time, you feel as if you're all long rested. And you all receive a long rest, so please adjust your character sheets.
HP.
Even though I knew that was coming at some point, you still broke me.
Yeah.
But it's easy to do.
If it makes you feel better, I was on the edge. So you are all awake, bar one. You are still within this suppressive forest. You all march on quietly?
Yeah.
Whichever way the acorn goes.
Ari will speak to Xandria. Or at least hang back and pull Xandria aside.
Look, Andrea's like gone. She's immediately up and just like gone.
Alright, like, keeps up with her then.
It's because she ain't stopping.
It's quite easy to keep up with the struggling
Yeah.
Xandria at this moment.
It's only moving at quarter speed. It's fine. Xandria, I had a visitor last night.
Did you know?
My grandfather told me that we could potentially try and get Cass as well as Ghislaine.
I just stare at Ari like he's a fucking moron. Just like, I know. There's no potential about it. We are getting them both.
I mean, we are. I just wanted to let you know that somebody that is here is also saying the same thing as your friend was saying. And then we kind of just hang back again. Leaves her to it.
Cool. Anyone else, or are you good to march on?
Marching on.
Mm-hmm.
You march on through the forest, which it is not as sluggish as you seem to acclimatise to the feeling that it's putting upon you. You push through the sluggishness. There is moments that you hear when you can hear that silence, and then a skittering noise, and you look, and there are winged seahorses in and about the undergrowth, and bits of fur, gold and blonde in colour, that you can see picking up. The acorn is getting warmer and warmer, Orion. As said before, you don't feel that you can measure time passing. But after a while, you approach an opening in the forest. You can see ahead of you a tree stump, 40 feet, maybe more in width, and no doubt the same across, as trees are not known to grow in triangles. The height of the stump, so it's as if the tree has been cut. The height of the stump of this tree is maybe 15 feet. But the glade before it, or the opening, less of a glade, more of an opening, there are tree stumps all over it. Absolutely everywhere. Leading up towards this very, very large tree stump. And then the thickness of the forest all around the outskirts. In the area where the trees have all been cut away, you see wreck. Pale red scales of the belly, darker red and oranges across his shoulder scales, in the clothing of the desert, with his blowgun. And he is just picking small flowers and mushrooms and putting them in his satchel as you approach. It feels less sluggish and you are able to move as if you are on normal terrain.
Bizarre. Not that I'll do much good.
Sapphire visibly shakes his fur out like he's walked out of water. His monks don't like to move slow.
That's true.
Wreck doesn't acknowledge you at this moment in time.
I scan the area looking for any sign of Kess or Kalane.
Give me a perception check.
Oh, your perception check.
$22.
Across the open area where all these trees have been cut down, you can see a opening in the base of the tree trunk. Bear in mind that's 45-50 feet across, 12-15 feet high. Whatever tree once stood here is ridiculous. The opening into the tree area is probably as big as Orion is wide and tall, but it is shaded from like beyond. You can't see into it. Goes into the tree trunk, but you can't see into it from where you are. But you do notice the opening.
Okay, I'm gonna head towards that opening.
As you step through, Rek notices you and just sits on a tree stump, putting more mushrooms and small flowers into his satchel. Hi, Zandria. He just lets you walk across. You get to the opening, and as you stare inside, there is a small banking in front of you. It says small. It takes the immediate rim, outer rim of where you're stood now, but on the inside. And then a pool of water that is the rest of this tree trunk. The bear is in the water, the golden-furred bear. The young child, Kesfion, is swimming around the bear, and they are having a whale of a time. And you see Kalane out of the water, sat off to the side, with a very small wooden lance. And he's just sort of pushing it out in front of him. As you get to that doorway, you don't see anything, but you feel the force of barrier that is preventing you from getting beyond. The two boys and bear do not react. Do you three do anything as Zandria's storming across the opening?
I'm just trying to keep an eye on the acorn.
The acorn is on fire, metaphorically.
Tato.
Try and keep up with Zandria.
Yeah.
You easily.
And just like, when we get to the barrier, I'll like try and push on it, try and stab it with my Naginata, because he's not smart.
You get there, there's a barrier, you try the Naginata, nothing. You can't pass through it. You just, Rex still sat on his tree stump, and he just says hi as you all go past.
As I feel the presence of the barrier, I try to concentrate and misty step past the barrier.
You disappear, reappear right where you are.
Wank.
Although he doesn't know him, Sapphire will look up at the... Is he a lizard folk?
He's a gecko. He's a
Gecko.
small
He's a
gecko.
gecko.
But yes, he's a lizard. folk,
He's
but
a lizard, yeah.
He's a
a gecko.
We'll look up at him and go, why can't we get in? We need to get in.
The price is high.
I told
Okay.
you I'd pay the price.
Maybe ask what the price is first? Like,
He sort of looks down, sighs. You can take one. And he's shaking his head. You can see Rek doesn't like his role in this.
We're taking 2.
Rek is struggling, as he always has, to just, pass information to Zandria when she's on them. The price is too high, Zandria.
Whoever is telling you to tell us this information, tell them to come here and speak to us face to face.
He gestures just all around.
Roll my eyes like, for fuck's sake.
What if we do a trade.
Rek looks confused. Trade.
If we can take one of them, if I went, would we be able to get Kess back?
I just stare at Orion like, you what, bitch?
Not doing that, Orion.
See, Sapphire is like grinning, as that was his next move as well. You out hero moded me.
Give me a persuasion check first, and then I want you to give me an Arcana check.
Okay. Persuasion was a natural 20 plus 3.
Okay.
And then what's the other one? Arcana?
Yep.
Arcana was 19.
Cool. As you say that to Rek, he nods. He's nodding along, hearing your request. And then there is a noise to your right that sounds like Archie laughing. And you look to your right, and you see Archie with 2 seconds. Sorry, kids. Somebody threw a curveball in there.
That's why I'm here. To ruin your writing.
Where is... Yay! Let's write loads of stuff.
Means Andrew wants to speak to the manager of the Play the Souls. Yes, she does.
There we go. So, as you look right and you see Archie laughing,
A good laugh, I hope.
it is a laugh. There we go. I thought it was. You look right, as if at the end of your offer, it's almost a reaction to the offer, and you look to your right and you see Archie laughing, and you see them stood with a very familiar face that you once trained with and was also with you on the mission. And you see Kai, and Kai is not doing anything out of the ordinary, but whatever they've just said, Archie's reacting to. And you, for a moment, shake your eyes just to focus, and you see Archie and Kai just conversing and sharing a water skin, and then you hear your name mentioned from Archie's words, and then it's just noise again, and you see Kai nodding, and you get the feeling that Archie's reminiscing, and then you start listening, focusing on that, and if Archie's reminiscing, it means they're still about to remember. And you put the pieces of the puzzle together, you realise when you first entered the realm of souls, your will was not as strong as it is normally, and the vision you saw of Archie could have been a lie. On your Arcana check, there's a strong possibility that Archie is still in the land of the living.
Orion's eyes just like light up.
The vision fades, and you just, as you're staring where the vision was, you hear Rek's voice. They will take your soul.
As soon as Rex says that, I will stand in front of Orion and just put a hand kind of back and just push him back. Like, you're not giving up your soul for this.
Nobody else saw the vision of Archie, just so you know.
I don't need to. Rec just said,
Yeah,
we'll take your soul.
fine.
You're not giving up your soul for this. And I look back to Rec. We need Kalain to fight this war. Afterwards, that's not down to us, but we need him for this fight.
Sorry, Zandria. You can take one.
Then how about a deal? And I don't say that to Rec, I say that
Just out loud.
out, yeah.
Rec pauses for a moment. No deal.
You're a right little bastards, do you know that?
Rex smiles and then quickly hides his smile.
This could have been very simple, and you're making it very difficult. If Kalain belongs here, which I understand, yes, he has died, and he does belong here, then he can stay here, but we need him for the fight first. Let him come back, let him fight his final fight, and then he can return.
Rek looks saddened. The Landlord faced his final fight.
It was a dirty fight. That's not a real fight.
There's no reaction to Rek at calling a fight dirty, having trained with you all. Or at least you two.
Excuse me, we fight quite honourably. I don't know what you're talking about.
The price is high.
Stop saying the price is high instead of just saying it. Just say it.
You could take one.
Why can't we take two?
Not allowed.
Why?
He just shrugs his shoulders.
You don't know, or you're not willing to tell us?
He just shrugs his shoulders again.
I once again look to the great and vast of the area and just go, tell us the reason why.
Rex says, where are you?
We're in the realm of souls.
That's where souls live. You can't just come get souls, Andrea. You're
But
not
the
boss here.
Jesuit sent us here. The Jesuit said that we could come because they were trying to keep Kalain alive.
Jesuit's
some-
not realm of souls.
She
Jesuit has its own place. Jesuit
wouldn't-
might be wrong.
She wouldn't have sent us here if she was wrong.
And if they have their own place, what's he doing here? Or was that the knife's doing?
If Kess hadn't died, would we have gotten the choice to just take the Landlord back? Or would it still have just been a trade?
I don't know. I not know everything.
No, but I'm pretty sure they're whispering in your ear, telling you what you need to say to us, so in theory, you should know.
No whispers, just answers.
I hate the idea of us leaving here without accomplishing what we set out to do.
Don't leave Kess here, Andrea.
I'm not leaving Kess here. Kess is coming regardless.
You're not boss here, Andrea.
I I'm sorry, you seem to think I care if I'm boss or not.
This is why you're here now. You're always angry.
Well, that's what happens when you become the vassal of Summer Wrath. It's what happens when your brother dies.
Cass died because you came here.
Cass died because your creature decided to turn around and kill him.
Not my creature.
You apparently speak for the whole plane of souls, so your creature.
Creature not in your world. Creature here. Cass wouldn't have fought and died if he not here. I told you price was high. You still came. I tried to tell Cass. You still came. I tried to help. You still came.
We'll take Cass then.
For my sake, Cass.
Okay. After a pause, he says okay. I go get Cass. And Rek just walks across the top of the tree trunk and disappears on the other side of it.
I'm following him.
You drive, Phil? You're going to follow him over the top?
Sneaky rogue.
So you climb up onto the top of the tree trunk. It is flat as if sheared by a guillotine. It is super smooth. You walk across the 45, 50 foot of the width. And as Rek jumps off the other side, you look over the other side. He's nowhere to be seen. And there's just more forest stretching away.
Stupid planes. It comes back to Andrea.
Through the doorway, you see the boy Kesvion, as in young boy Kesvion, with his green hair splashing around with the golden furred bear. And Kalain calls him over, and he swims out the water. And he's sat next to Kalain, and they're conversing. And then Kalain smiles and just puts his hand on Kesvion. And Kesvion, the child Kesvion, disappears. You hear the crunching of leaves behind you. And Kesvion is stood there with Rek. When you look back to see where they've disappeared from, you see Kalain, the Lance Lord. Grown, blonde goatee, long braids in his hair, walking towards the doorway of the trunk. Cass, you are back in the room.
The minute I see Kess, I run and I throw myself into him.
Catches her. How much does Kess know / remember about what's kind of happened since he kind of disappeared back at the sort of bridges to this moment?
Kess' last memory was fighting the snake-haired Elva. You remember the blackness of the sash around your eyes and the burning sensation upon you as the acid hit you. Then you remember a light, several winged seahorses of vibrant colours, and you're now stood hugging Zandria. The in-between, you know nothing.
Okay.
You say the Lance Lord was walking back towards the tree?
He's walking, so he's inside the tree trunk and he's walking towards the doorway that you lot were all just looking into.
Harry's gonna yell him. Be like, Kalain!
Yeah, and Sapphire's got his hand against the barrier.
The Lance Lord, as if unsheathing it from apparition, pulls his huge silver lance, puts the point on the doorway and slowly pushes through in a way not to stab Sapphire. And Kalain the Lancelord steps from the tree trunk and is stood in the area with you, all the chopped down trees around you. Or the smooth tree stumps, sorry.
So I'm holding Xandria.
You're currently, you and Xandria is squeezing the life out of you of a strength you never knew she possessed. And Kalain is stood there. There is no golden third bear.
I'm going to pick Xandria up, and I am going to run at Kalain.
What an image that is just painted in my head.
You pick Xandria up and you run across to Kalain.
Because Xandria's holding what?
The other
acorn.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And you guys are right beside Kalain at the door.
Sapphire, a hand on Kalain's shoulder.
So I think it's
And
time
he's grinning.
to...
Yeet!
Yeet and retreat! Yeet and retreat!
Harry grabs
and
hold of
retreat.
everyone around him.
I mean, we're laughing, but we know this ain't gonna work.
Got
So on some weird
Pantheon loves a trier.
weird sixth sense that the siblings share, Kesfield sets off towards Kalain with Xandria, who goes, yeah, the Acorn. And you all, for some reason, start placing your hand on each other's shoulders.
I can imagine as we're running, Kes will just say Acorn. To which would probably be like, yeah, that makes sense, yeah, Acorn.
As you get to Kalain and you pull the Acorn to squash it, Kalain grabs your hand, preventing your fingers clasping around the Acorn. Do not bring the wrath of the realm of souls upon the forest. Take
But
your
we-
brother, defeat Ulrich.
We need you, Colleen. We can't do this without you.
You will do this without me. I lost my fight. Do not lose the fight. Please keep hold of your hand.
Jezeri is going to be real mad at us.
The Jezeri does not get mad. She gets even. She is the last foe. They are the last foe. He is the last foe. The Jesuit will bring the last leaves of the copper forest down upon Ravenholm. You are now to fill in for me. And you see a very slight first time smile on Kalain's face. Remember to parry, Keswion. Don't let the blade touch your skin. And he's looking at Kes and Xandria.
I'm sorry we weren't there for you.
It was a mighty story. You would have enjoyed it. I thank you for your efforts. It's not so bad here. I have my bear with me.
You did look like a very warm and comforting bear.
It was a pleasure learning about your childhood, Casfield. I hope
is just gonna blink.
you're
out.
oblivious. You're like, well, yeah, mate, yeah, whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you ride all the waves you wish to. Xandria Summerbreeze, you bring the wrath of summer. Wield the glaive. And he crushes the acorn in your hand. And you lot disappear.
Oh, guys, want to be famous? Buy followers and Prime. Oh.
The baton hammer. And as the acorn is
Baton
crushed,
hammer.
you feel that same rushing feeling you did when you were on the River of Light, when you first walked through the tree that the Jesuit gave you the portal. You reappear at the cabin in the woods that is the home of the Jesuit. There's no sign of the Jesuit. There's no sign of Old Oak, aka Ocarian. But there is a 7-foot satyr named Toodles, who who is currently making quite a lot of stew and broth outside the cabin with a large cooking pot and a fire going. And when you all appear, Toodles looks incredibly happy to see you all. Hi, are you okay? Hi. Well, is everyone alright? You all alright? And she runs over and just starts checking you all.
Are we outside or inside?
You are outside the
We're
cabin
outside.
in the woods. You are surrounded by the trees, their bark a copper colour. It is still as if a blizzard is going on, but instead of snowflakes, it is falling autumn leaves.
Sapphire lets out a really loud roar and punches the nearest tree.
Roll your damage.
Oh shit.
You can't punch
Stop
a tree,
destroying the trees!
Oh, actually, that's not that bad. 6.
6, cool. You hit the tree. It hurts, but you are fine. So, where's... And she's looking around. Oh, did it not work?
We failed.
Failed? You're all alive, aren't you? You're all good. And she's checking you all just to make sure you're not a dream. She's quite tired, does Toodles.
We couldn't bring him back. In fact, he didn't want us to bring him back.
Oh. That's good, bad. What now? What's that? And she points behind you all. You all turn, and on the floor, looks like it has been positioned on a bed of autumn leaves, is a 6-foot silver lance. All the druidic engravings that you saw upon Killane's. Oh, so you did bring him back. Which one of you is going to wield it?
Just stare at Toodles, kind of like, because I'm imagining Kess is kind of almost holding me bridled, so my arms are around him. I'm just kind of like, it's like looking back and forth, almost like monkeying, like. I think I understand now.
Well, if you'd like to share with the rest of us.
Collane the Lance Lord and the Lance. They're one and the same. At least I think they are. Collane the Lance Lord wasn't a person. If I'm thinking about this correctly, Collane is the Lance. And then I look at Toodles like, am I right?
I'm just making stew.
He said for cast the parry. Cast the thinking. It's you to have it.
You can't. I'm not trained for a lance. You've watched. He gestures still holding his. You've been in fights.
Remind him of the F-Hound. Remind him of the F-Hound.
It's gravy time.
You remember how I fight with two smaller swords, and that is not a sword and one very, very large. I wouldn't know how, Ari.
You're very strange, Kesfion. And Toodle steps forward and picks the lance up. And she's wielding it around really lightly. It's easy to use this. You just got to want to. And then she looks at Xandria. Do you want to?
I want to do whatever it takes to protect those I care about and to protect the forest.
She just puts the lance out towards Xandria.
She's kind of like, almost in a way, just kind of like nudge Kess to put me down. Like a child, a bit like a child does, just like put me down.
I'm done.
I'm done now. I'm done. Put me down. And then I will put my hand out and sort of grab a hold of the lance.
As you grab hold of the lance, you are thrown back to a memory of when you demanded the right to symbolise summer incarnate. The leaves all around you in full anime style, up into the air. You go Super Saiyan. I'll probably get sued.
And you paint with all the colours of the wind. Thor.
How are you doing, Thor? How's it going? You could have done with you 5 minutes ago. The other 4, you are pushed ever so slightly back as all this arcane energy whirls around Xandria. She is brought up off the ground and hangs there for a moment as you feel the memory of when you first bound yourself to the glaive of summer. You feel that same sensation, your body being pulled in every direction, your mind being stretched, those demands of oath and promise and giving oneself over to the patron. You feel a question, request, or a enlightenment, just no words or clarity of language, just a feeling, a knowing. To embrace the lance is to embrace autumn. To embrace the glaive is to embrace summer. To embrace both is a path no one has ever walked. And you feel you have a choice to make. One, the other, or both.
Both.
And you disappear from sight. And we will end the session there.
Oh, dip.
Oh no!
What is with the
Risk it for
siblings and
biscuits.
disappearing into other places at the end of session?
Biscuit! I will become the person of all 4 seasons.
They're
What
gonna call
happens
me,
when you're a warlock for all of the seasons?
Yeah, what happens when you're a
You get up,
warlock?
you get
Oh,
up.
Find out in session 99. Oh, Fables a long time.
Spoiler, guys. I am actually just Whisper. I am the first Fae.
That or
reincarnated.
you're
Once you have all
fucking
4
ang.
seasons, you can start your own hotel chain. So
You're the avatar.
Yes, in the 4 seasons. Yes.
So,
Legend of Zelda in this.
right, kids, concentrate. All right, let's do this. All right.
There's
Right.
been a lot. It's been a lot.
Is Ashana? She is. Right. So.
She is still going.
Right, guys, thank you very much for watching. It was up and down all over the place. I've sat on this for about 6 weeks. So it's been, thank you very much. The views were pushing high into the 20s, which is beautiful. It's so cool watching you lot. I aim for you all to call me a bastard more often. That was beautiful. Thank you very much.
It was horrible.
So mean.
I hope you've really enjoyed yourselves watching. I hope you return. We stream pretty much every night, but this particular campaign, Fables Among Titans, is every Tuesday at 8 o'clock. So jump on and keep following and see where this lot go and see if Sandria does indeed catch them all. So, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for listening. We're going to raid Ashana straight after this. I'd just like to do a big shout out to Island of Rob, who did a 24-hour stream at the weekend for Extra Life and raised, I think, $3,000. Maybe a bit
Awesome.
more. So shout out to Island of Rob. Well played.
Good
sir.
job,
Well
Rob.
played. 2,200. Sorry. There you go.
Wow.
It's not 49 hours though, is it, Rob? So just
Wow. Wow. Shit on the poor man, why don't you?
so take care of yourselves. Please stick around for the raid, and we'll see you all very soon. Very, very soon. So for now, all of you players, say goodbye, players.
Bye.
Goodbye, players.